episode number 32.
32.
I was like, don't fuck me up like that. You went, I said 30 and you're all 3. And I was like, no! No, we're episode 32 featuring Kyle the Hoosier Estrada and your boy, Adrian the Mayan Yanez. In the intro, right there, you heard none other than By the Gods, a theme they created for yours truly. And you're watching this video courtesy of Imbued Photography. You can follow By the Gods at By the Gods on Twitter and Instagram, I believe. And then Facebook, I think it's Metal by the Gods, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Imbued Photography and Design is where you can find those guys. This is at the MMA White Belt on Instagram and Twitter. I am at the MMA Wordsmith. Ooh.
Because he's better at words than this guy.
This is very true. And we're drinking from Houston cups. I'm just going to go on record saying that I'm not a Houston fan, nor do I condone these cups.
I approve of these cups and the message that it sends. I don't know what message it sends, but whatever it sends. Moving on.
We have interviews from LFA 78 headliners, Kyle Estrada and Adrian Yanez. Those will be, or towards the end of the episode, whichever way you're reading. And yeah, we only had 2 cards to cover, so it's going to be a short episode. We had Bellator 233.
Yeah, dude, I was so pissed off because I got to do the live tweeting this time. So one of the fights, I was like, okay, yeah, this Bellator 233. So I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I ended up tagging Bellator 223. And I was like, oh no, so I had to delete the tweet and everything. I was like, I feel so dumb. I think I'm fired from live tweeting from now on.
No, and you actually had to take care of the early live tweeting today because your boy, me, fucking didn't pack up the studio last night, so I had some homework that was late, but we got it in right in the nick of time.
That's right.
I came in just to see Penny get her win, her second win, I believe, over Jessica Rose Clark.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, we are going to move on to Bellator 233, where HeadKick Audio alum got a W, and some brothers got some W's. Do you want to go full bore? You want to go through the whole card, or do you want to do main card?
I think since we got a little bit of time, we can kind of go from the bottom to the top.
Woohoo! All right, so make sure you follow us at HKA_AZ. That's our Instagram, and at HeadKick Audio for Twitter. And what's our Patreon again?
HeadKick Audio.
Yeah, so peep that. We got some cool extras from the interviews today that are going to be exclusively only found. I don't know how the fuck this is going to come out. So just all of that, it's all on Patreon, okay? So it's exclusive and it's only on Patreon. I think I'm saying the same thing twice.
Hey, you know what? Repetition is the best medicine.
Yeah.
I know I probably fucked that saying up, but you know what? I don't fucking care today.
Okay.
Got my tea, got my cup, got my best bud here. Let's get this shit done, man.
All right, Bellator 233. We'll go over prelims because, yeah, we got time to kill. So Grant Neal picked up a unanimous decision over Jimmy Lugo. What is that? Turn that off.
I think that's my phone. Man, dude, I am fired from this weekend.
You hear this shit? Christian Edwards got a head kick up top. Head kick KO over Cesar Bennett. Romero Cotton got a verbal submission victory over Jason Perrota.
They said, stop, I can't take it.
And Kyle Kretschner defeated Robert Gidron via unanimous decision. He got the UD, 30-27s across the board. And here's where I pick up. Amanda Bell defeating Janae Harding. Now, there was a wardrobe malfunction. Let's just say there was more than 4 eyes in this fight. For lack of better words, if you guys catch my drift. And it took a while for the ref to intervene and finally get the wardrobe malfunction addressed and taken care of. And right after that, boom, she comes right up across the top with a fucking head kick and puts Bell on her butt. But dude, Amanda Bell coming in 6-6 in this fight. Okay, she was 6-6 prior. So now she's 7-6. You want to know why? Because she rallied and got the TKO victory over Janae Harding's ass. That's probably not the right time to say that. Anyway, moving on. Julius Angelikas. He got a win over Jordan Young, 30-27s across the board for the UD. And Julius Angelikas, I believe, is an Access TV boy, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
So
yeah, a lot of the prelims I was in and out of. Like I saw the last fight that we were just talking about, but yeah, I was trying to watch it on my phone. My phone was acting up, being all stupid. Trying to watch the kids, and yeah, prelims just did not happen very well for me.
Fucking white belt. Anyways, moving on. You had Logan Storley, wrestling standout, defeat EJ Brooks via injury.
Ow.
Yeah, so it sounds like he couldn't answer the bell round 2. So I was actually the one that I missed. I apologize. Lucas Brennan defeated Jacob Landon via RNC, round numero 1. I like that. I like how you can do that. Just like underneath the neck. Okay, cool. And then Aaron McKenzie defeated Sean Clemens via rear naked choke, round number 1. Moving on to Bellator 233.
Real quick, you missed a fight.
Did I? Oh, did I?
Tyree Fortune.
Oh yeah, one of the Fortune brothers.
The brother.
Yeah.
Defeats Chuck Campbell via split decision.
He got a split decision win there. You know, that fight was actually pretty close, and I believe it was contested at like, what, 205? I think it was 205 pounds. I'm pretty sure. Because you don't want the Fortune brothers fighting each other. If they did that their entire life, I don't think they need to do it for money, too.
Yeah. Yep.
205 pounds?
Yep, 205.
Damn. See how my brain works? So, yeah, this is probably a Bellator first, brothers getting victories on the same card. I think a couple cards ago they had father and son. Now they got brother and brother. Now they need is like sister and sister, husband and wife.
Sister.
Don't you fucking start, Jesus. Moving on.
Definitely moving on.
I can't believe you fucking brought up the Disney Channel of all fucking things.
Hey, you know what? That was actually my fucking
Is that your guilty pleasure?
That was one of my guilty pleasures coming home from school. Watching a bunch of shows on fucking Disney, Nickelodeon, whatever the fuck it was on. Alright, he's gonna head out, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, okay, so I can't really talk shit. If chicks are hot, I'll watch it. You know, and then I get sucked into storylines and, you know, let's just not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Let's just not do it. Okay? Let me just get this out of the way. You ready? Ready?
Do it.
All right. Got to get it out of the way because we're actually physically very smooth, mentally and verbally not so much. Not so much. Main card, Bellator 233. Oh, did I say that, son of a bitch?
Excuse me.
The older brother, Tyrell Fortune, defeated Azuna Anyanwu via knockout. That was pretty slick.
That was.
Yeah, he went down like a building. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it looked like he was landing. I felt really bad for the ref. I think it was Kerry Hadley. I'm not 100% sure if my memory served me correctly. But like he was trying to wave off the fight and push the fighter off. And Fortune, he's a big dude, so it took a minute. So there was a couple, blows that weren't 100% necessary nor validated because the stoppage had already came and went.
Yeah.
So, Arlene Blencowie, am I saying that right?
I think so.
She defeated Leslie Smith in a 145-pound affair. This was, I believe, a Aussie, or she's from down under. So I'm not sure if she's Australian or, yeah, help me out here. Australian or what's it? New Zealand.
Australia.
She's an Australian kickboxer, and she got the 30-27 on all scorecards over Leslie Smith.
She looked really, really good.
I did not see that coming. I think Leslie held her own for the most part, but damn, I thought Leslie Smith was gonna kind of come in here and be a big deal at 45, and it turns out nope. Gotta go back to the drawing board and maybe work in some of that wrestling or something, because
yeah, definitely.
The girls at the top of the division right now, they're either world-class strikers or the world-class wrestlers. I feel that Leslie Smith can probably blend the two and be more of a problem. But I definitely don't think... You hear this chair?
Yeah, my chairs are squeaky.
Anyway, she probably would have had more success. Andrew Capel, right? Capel, I'm going to go Capel. I'm just going to, fuck it, let's just go. Andrew Capel defeated the returning Mohamed Lawal, or as you better know him, King Mo, at 195-pound catchweight, I believe it was. I'm pretty sure that was the weight here. I didn't even see the knockout when it happened. I was like, oh shit, he fucking went down. When? What happened? I was like, what the fuck just happened? So, watching the replays, you can see him fucking land. I think it was let me see, where was it? I think it was a straight right.
Yeah.
It was a leg kick and then boom. So it looks like he misses because you see Mo turn, but he's turning because he got hit.
Yeah, he got hit and just boom.
Yeah. So it sucks to see a guy like King Mo just want to get back in there one more time. Like, hey, I'm going to go in there. He's probably thinking I'm going to get a victory. I'm going to go out on top. I can't go out on a knockout loss. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, he went through the whole process again just to get knocked out. So I feel for King Mo, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you held a championship belt at one time for a major organization. Rest in peace, Strikeforce. Okay. Scotty Cokes gave you another shot. It did not go your way. Let's move on to coaching. I know he had a short stint in professional wrestling. If he wants to stay active, maybe that's something that he can entrar. But I think the cage of fighting, probably stay out of there. Probably not a good idea for King Mo. Again, I say you put your gloves on the canvas this time. Let's go ahead and let that be.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not. I guess because I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I think once you retire, I think you should just stay retired and not.
Tell that to Faber though.
Well, I don't know if I'll tell it to his face, but because I'm in the confines of my own home, fucking if you're retired, fucking stay retired, man. To me personally, there's no sense of taking, it's not gonna be a beating every fucking time, but just for this example, King Mo came out of retirement for the fight. He's like, all right, maybe I'll get something done. Boom, takes an unnecessary, knockout. That's a lot of brain damage,
Is it unnecessary or is it super necessary? That's the question. Now,
it's unsuper necessary.
It's super unnecessary is what you're trying to say.
See? Wordsmith. And I'm the one in college, what the fuck?
Right?
But I'm for computers, not word stuff. Moving on.
Okay. All right. Big deal for Andrew Capel, though.
Definitely.
He gets to make a name off of King Mo. Now people know who Andrew is. And he can take this and run with it. And he could be a big problem. Physically, he looks like he could be a big 205er or just a huge 85er. So, I mean, you could spin it any way you want. It just depends on, which division needs him the most. Because I think he was a middleweight that just took the catch weight. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what it was too.
So, but he didn't look small in there. He looked huge compared to Mo. And I know that Mo was moving down from 205, I believe it was. So, what you doing here, Bubba? You're bringing
because our...
The main event. While he's doing that, I'll go ahead and tell you. So big win for Capel. I'm really excited to see what he's got because he had a big deal in front of him like King Mo, and he handled it like super well.
Definitely, yeah. Like wasn't too like yeah. He was like, you know what, I won. All right, this is what I want next.
I was talking about the performance, not afterwards. I thought he handled it like a champ.
Sorry.
Both in and after the performance.
Oh, okay. I missed the first part. Sorry.
You did. But
Sorry,
that's okay. I was trying to shush you and put you on this so that I could go over here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stay in my lane.
Anyways, so yeah, very super stoked for this Capel guy. Big win for him. It's a big deal for him. A lot of eyeballs going to be on this guy going forward. It's kind of like, had that, Stifler, that skinny tall Stifler, had he won last week against, was that last week or the week before? I think it was the week before. Against Phil Davis, like his career would have taken off, more than it already has. Because you make it to Bellator, sometimes it's a big deal. You ain't no Dylan Dennis. Anyways, okay, so the main event was middleweight contenders, John Salter and Costello Vanstinas, and it's a world-class kickboxer versus a world-class grappler. And the world-class kickboxer couldn't figure out the grappling. He couldn't figure out the grappling. I had to watch the fight via, I'm going to call it tape delay, but I DVR'd it. I went to dinner with the family, had me a fucking burger, bro. This burger was, I'm going to go on a little tangent here while you're doing what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm always good for a good burger story.
The burger, okay, no mayo, because I'm not into that shit. I'm not into the man glaze, as I call it. It was a burger patty, right? And then some cheese. If you like cheese, then it's good for you. I'm getting all hot and heavy over here, right? And then it had like just a layer of bacon. It wasn't like a strip or a couple strips. It was like a layer of bacon, right? And then you had pulled brisket on top of that. And you had the fucking barbecue sauce. Oh man, it was a mess.
You're going to have to do the rest of this by yourself. I'm going to go get that burger.
Okay. I haven't even said where I got it.
I'll find it.
Anyways, and then the fries, super dope. And then I had this weird fucking beer. They're like, yeah, we have this holiday beer. And I was like, sure. If it'll shut you up, that's what I'll have. It's like 10%. It was pretty good. Pretty good. It was like Christmas. But not like cinnamony. It tasted like fall, I should say. Like fall or winter would taste like.
I like those kind of beers.
Yeah, I know. I figured you would. It tasted like a Sam Adams on like a Christmas cake. Is what it tasted like. Anyways, so back to the real deal here. Like I said, I watched it on tape delay. John Salter, just a little bit too much for Vanstinas here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Whatever they had as the game plan, dude, Salter followed it to a T. He kept up that pressure. Vanstinas couldn't match that pressure. Salter, held him down. Little ground and pound here and there, enough to stay busy. I don't think I think he wanted to get the finish, but I think once he just realized, I'll just do enough to maybe, keep the position, I think that's what was going on there. But all in all, Salter looked really, really good.
I think it's kind of like a grappler's mentality where it's position over submission. So it's more important to keep the dominant position, because if you slip up or lose position to get a submission, well, if Vanstinas gets on top of you and lands a couple flush strikes or maybe a huge elbow, a cut could end the fight. Just look at Alimale McFarland versus the girl Veronica, her name escapes me. I'm not really 100%. Arteaga. I think it's Arteaga. Or Arteaga. Anyways, she was winning the fight, and Alimale hit her with a really nice elbow, cut, doctor stoppage. In a fight she was winning, she lost. So I can definitely understand.
Yeah, sorry.
I can definitely understand being cautious, especially in a high stakes fight. Look, the winner here literally could challenge for a title. You know what I mean? Bellator is definitely not opposed to throwing guys like John Salter. You know, let's have him go. I believe he fought what the fuck is his name? Anyways, the junior guy, the champ at middleweight. I forget his goddamn name. Rafael something Junior.
It's not Dos Santos.
No, that Junior Dos Santos is a heavyweight in the UFC.
No, but isn't there another? It's not Dos Anjos or whatever.
No,
it's Dos Anjos.
that's Rafael Dos Anjos, and he's a welterweight, former lightweight for the UFC.
Oh, there's too many doses and.
Yeah, maybe it's like Rafael Carvalho Jr. Maybe look up Carvalho. See if you can.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Just like Google Bellator middleweight champ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink this tea. But yeah, Bellator definitely not opposed to. They use rinse and repeat. You know, they'll have guys like what's his name? No, that's lightweight. Middleweight. Yeah, Rafael Lovato Jr. Carvalho. I think that was probably the middleweight champ, like way before him, right?
Maybe.
Right.
That's the current, I believe. Right?
Too many Rafaels or Rafaels.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Anyways, so John Salter getting the W. Congratulations, and you can go back and listen to our interview with John Salter. Just go to youtube.com/HeadKick Audio and go to the Bellator section, and we got the interview posted up right there. I believe it's like the cover photo.
It is.
For that section. It might be our only Bellator interview in there, isn't it?
No, we got two, but he was the most recent.
I'm surprised you understand me. What is in this tea?
A lot of sugar, bro.
Jesus.
Hey,
I'm a little sugar drunk.
Dude, I'm from the South, so I cannot give up my sweet tea.
You sure got a pretty mouth.
I ain't that Southern, I'll tell you that right now.
Alright, listen here, boy. Let's move on to UFC Moscow.
Alright, let's talk about that UFC right here. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, check out our interview with John Salter. It was, what, like a month? 2 months ago?
It was a month ago, and you can check it out on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and wherever. Oh, actually, no. Only on Spotify, iTunes, and stuff. Or
John Salter is just on YouTube.
Oh, it's just on YouTube?
It's just the only things that go up on our Podbean, which goes to all those others that you were talking about, is the episodes. There's only been one interview that made it on there, and it was JP St. Louis.
Oh.
It was an interview that you couldn't make because of school or something. You had something going on, excuse me, and you couldn't make it. So I went on this interview and I did it solo, and we had such a great time. So I said, you know what? We're going to put it on there.
Well, alright. Well, then I stand corrected.
So
go check out peep that YouTube.
Yeah, we trying to, beef up these episodes for you to make it more interesting for you, because we go on for a while, and sometimes they're squeaky. Anyways, UFC Moscow, or UFC on ESPN plus 800, right? I think we're at 800.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, ESPN 21, there you go. Zabit versus Cater. Zabit Cater getting the main event because JDS couldn't make it. He got injured, so Greg Hardy, he steps in for JDS, so they elevate Cater Zabit to the main event, and Volkov Hardy to the co-main event. Okay, so just a little switcheroo and then a flipperoo. That's how it goes. So the main event was only a 3-round affair between Zabit and Cater. So, Zabit Cater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Right? Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with your prelims. Davey Grant got a win over. Disclaimer: we're gonna slaughter the shit out of these names right now. I'm gonna put like disclaimer, and it's gonna look all crazy, right? We're gonna try anyway. Davey Grant got a win over
Grigory Popov.
Split decision.
I'll help out on this.
Yeah. How about you help out on this? It was a split decision. This was probably when I was at the checkpoint, or when I almost got pulled over, because I missed the first fight today.
Yeah, this was the fight that I was telling you about. I mean, everybody on this card was just hard hitting. Every time someone connected, it sounded like a gun going off. Like everybody was out for blood this card, and it was amazing. But this fight started it off. Every kick, even fucking every elbow that they threw, every kick, punch, whatever, it made a noise, and you heard it, and you went, ow. At least I did, because, yeah, it sounded like it did hurt.
Pani Kianzad? Kianzad. You know, I've said her name before. But I'm trying to read it instead of say it. Kianzad got a second win over Jessica Rose Clark, 30-27 across the board. And she got it done again. This was the return of Jessica Rose Clark after an injury to the leg. And it was before she fought at 25. Now she's fighting at 35. And I don't think she's going back to 25. Even though, oh, you hear that? Don't worry, it's just me scratching my pant leg right here. She actually looked smaller than when she did at 25. I think when she was at 25, she looked a little bit wider, if that makes any sense. Like she looked a little bit like thicker or fuller, I guess. And at bantamweight, she looks like a little bit stretched out. So I'm not 100% sure. It could just be like the time off and the injury and like her body developed a little bit more. So maybe that's why she looked a little bit thinner. But she looked good. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't look good. I'm saying she looked great. And, you know, coming back from, you know, a long layoff and an injury and all the bullshit that she had to go through even just to get to this point in her career, you should have seen while she was on her quote-unquote what people were calling vacation. Yeah, it's called injury, assholes. Like she went through a bunch of like personal issues and stuff where a lot of people would have just given up, you know what I mean? So kudos to her for going all the way to fucking Mother Russia to go, you know, get in a cage fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Roosevelt Roberts defeated Alexander Yakovlev. Sounded like I fucking sneezed. Yakovlev! Anyways, that's probably going to be a lot of these last names. So, Alexander Yakovlev probably won the first round. It was pretty close. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so to me it came down to like the third round. Okay, it came down to the third round. But Roberts was throwing on this fucking choke, and Yakovlev had to go to his back and get smashy to not get finished, because those chokes that Roosevelt was throwing up, like, there was some deadly shit. So you got to be careful in those transitions, because one fucking wrong move and you're you know what I mean? But these guys are professionals, so they know what they're doing. Okay. David Zawada. It's a W. I was calling him Zawada.
That's what I was calling him too.
Yeah, because I'm a fool until the broadcast goes, David Zawada, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, until I realized that he was from Germany.
Germany?
Right? Yeah, I was like, oh.
Guten Tag. Is that the...
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so this fight didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. I thought that Abubakar?
We'll call him Nurmagomedov.
Okay, so Nurmi Senior, or Nurmi Cuzzy, bigger Cuzzy Nurmi.
The bigger Nurma.
Bigger Nurmi?
Yeah.
Bigger Nurmi?
Bigger Nurmi. Like a disease.
Right? Jesus. I thought it was going to be like a Khabib affair, right? I thought it was going to be like he's going to rest, he's going to take him down in that first takedown, dude. It was like he was just like, okay. Go. Because it was just like, he hugged him, and then he put him down ever so gently. It was another one of those.
Yeah. Like, be careful, we gotta make this stretch out. Okay.
But once it went to the ground, it looked like Zawada, like, knew what the fuck he was doing. He threw up a fucking triangle, you know, was switching to the armbar, and finally just settled on the triangle. Mm-hmm. And you got a McTappy-tappy. You know what I mean? So, Conor McGregor getting excited on that one.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean, in a way, I guess I could see where Conor was coming from, but at the same time, I knew it was just a lot to just maybe talk shit and whatever. Because, I mean, you're put in that position, it's either tap out or pass out. And I'd rather tap out than pass out.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. It was kind of foolish of McGregor, but intelligent of McGregor at the same time. Okay, so it's stupid to talk shit about this guy tapping when you've tapped I don't know how many times.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So we just won't even get into that, right? But it was brilliant because what does it do? It puts Conor McGregor right back in the spotlight. It puts him right in the middle of, you know, the Nurmagomedovs. You know, but just be careful what you wish for, Conor. Be careful what you wish for. So let's not make this episode about Conor because he was nowhere near this card.
Nope.
But yeah, kudos to Zavada getting the win here in a way that I didn't think was even possible for this fight, at all. Zawada's Zavada, known for his hands and his power, getting the choke. I'm super cool with that.
Yeah.
Super cool with that. Carl Robertson defeated Roman Kopylov, right? Or Kopylov? Kopylov.
Yeah, Kopylov.
Kopylov?
Yeah.
It was a rear naked choke, but not before they said, "Hey, what's in your eye?"
Kopylov's finger.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then there was blood, and it was just ooh, right? Yeah, but you know what? Robertson, not Robertson, like I was calling him, Robertson, said, "I can see, man. I can see. Let me go. Let me handle my business, right?" And then smashy, and he's like, right?
Pretty much.
We need to have hands on the fucking wall, so when there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool. So rig a machine to just whenever you're talking about a submission, it just does it on you from behind.
So you have to.
Right? So yeah, anyways, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Well, it's because you've been doing that all night.
Right? Right? So Robertson definitely got my respect. He definitely got my respect because he could have just been you know, I can't see. I can't see. You're going to have to go to the judges' scorecards. You know? And he didn't do that. He said, "Nah, man, I'm cool.
Well, and see,
I got another eye."
Well, and this is what I kind of hate. And because, yeah, there's a crazy eye poke. His eye looked really fucked up. If it, I don't know, a lot of the other fights, they would have said, no, they can't fight. No, they're not going to do that. But on this card, they're like, oh, all right, you want to keep going? Fine. But everybody else that I've seen so far, they're like, no, you're not going to do it. It's too risky.
In New York, this fight doesn't happen. As a matter of fact, they're probably just going to disqualify Robertson for getting poked in the eye. That's what they're going to do in New York.
Yeah. And it's what the fuck, man?
They wouldn't do that. I was just talking shit.
I know you were, but still, you got me fired up, man.
Okay.
Moving on.
But yeah, so that was a super, super dope win over Young Cat. Now look, Kopylov, this was his first UFC event ever, making his UFC debut. He had never been in UFC fights, ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool for him, except for, you know, the pokey in the eye. They immediately took a point, which I loved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that ref wasn't fucking around. I'm like, oh, super dope. We're in Russia, and a Russian pokes somebody else in the eye, and you're taking a point. Super cool. I'm cool with that, because points should be taken on the first one. Otherwise, the warnings don't mean shit. I just don't agree with it.
Exactly.
I think foul 1, take a point. Then they won't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, unless they rake him. I've seen that.
Ooh.
I've seen that shit. Ooh. Anyway, moving on. Rustam Khabilov defeated Sergey Honda. We're gonna call him Honda.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna.
I'm not going for the Hondasko. Hondaska.
That's probably how it is.
Hondaska. Anyways, he defeated Honda via unanimous decision. 29-28, a couple of those, and a 30-27. Okay, that's not importante. In typical Khabilov fashion, a rather decision. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and go right on to Magomed Ankalaev.
Yep.
Ankalaev defeated Dalcha.
Lujiambula. I remember that name because I remember saying it last time we saw this guy fight.
Anyways, Luigi Bula Dalcha. Super physical looking dude. Okay, this dude looks like he fucking just squishes things for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need anything squished, I should probably say something else. I should not finish that statement. He looks like he crushes things. No? Okay. No. Can't do it. Okay. Moving on. Anyways, Magomed Ankalaev just said, pooh! Punted him right in the mouth.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Dude, he punted him right in the mouth. He said...
Yeah, just kicking, just done.
Right? He's just Ben Askren. I should have let you do the laugh. Yeah, so that was your prelim main event. Way to just get people pumped for that fucking main card. Super dope knockout. That's probably gonna make SportsCenter or something, I imagine.
Oh, definitely.
Because it was pretty cool. There was another one that we'll get to here, but Shamil Gamzatov defeated Klitzin Abreu via split decision. Fight that was going back and forth, and it really could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people siding with Abreu, and I saw a few people siding with Gamzato, Shamil. Me personally, though, I think that fight could probably go either way, and I'm not upset.
Yeah, they both looked good in there. They both looked like they studied, each other very well, and they both had an answer for each other, and it was just whoever was just going to get the upper hand just got the upper hand. Yeah.
Okay.
That's MMA white belt. Whatever the fuck explanation.
That is a white belt explanation.
A very white belt explanation.
Anthony Rocco Martin defeated Ramazan Emeev via unanimous decision, 30-27 and a couple 29-28s. Mm-hmm. I was surprised with that call.
Yeah, I actually thought I was trying so hard to just be like, I'm gonna go through this.
Well, I had to stop before it went all over our laptops here. No, I'm surprised with the decision because A, it was a close fight, okay, and B, they're in Russia, okay.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Emeev, I think is Russian. Why don't you just find that out for me? So it was a really close fight. I thought Rocco was gonna get in there and he was gonna use his power. So yeah, he's from Mother Russia. I thought he was going to use his physicality because at welterweight, he doesn't have to suck himself out for. Wow, that's probably a bad way to say it. He doesn't have to dehydrate the shit out of himself.
There we go.
To make lightweight and be like I've never seen him with a shitty gas tank. So I figured he was going to use his new physical advantages at welterweight to just kind of smother Emeev. And it turned out to just be like more of a kickboxing match. When it did go to the floor, Rocco showed a higher caliber of jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. He had a couple pull my finger moments in there, which I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't because that would probably be gross. But in the end, I felt that Martin probably did enough in at least 2 of the rounds to walk away with the decision. Mm-hmm. But again, you got to get nervous going to the scorecards in another country against kind of like a hometown boy, if you will.
Oh, definitely.
That's his country. You're in enemy territory. And sometimes, just ask Fedor. His win over Fabio Maldonado, that should never have happened. That should be N on his record. I don't know. New jingle for you. I'm going to call it L on his record, right? This episode is brought to you by this fucking crazy ass sweet tea. Right?
Well, our next fight we have Ed Herman defeating Kadis Ibragimov.
Okay, hold on though. He's not Ed Herman.
He is now the Herminator.
This is right. Now Ed Herman is one of my personal favorites. Okay, he's not one of my favorite fighters. Because of his record isn't anything special, and his fights aren't anything spectacular. It's just one of those things where where you either like somebody or you don't. I like short fuse, or as we're calling him now, the Herminator. Okay, and it was kind of like it hurt my heart to watch him versus Tim Bosch, because Tim Bosch is another one of my favorites. You just kind of you just like a guy, right? Like Frankie Edgar. Everybody loves Frankie Edgar.
Yeah.
Everybody's probably tired of him getting title shots, but nobody ever fucking when he fights, it's just like, oh yeah, it's Frankie Edgar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of those guys where it's just he's hard to not like. You know what I mean? So especially since he moved up to lightweight. Yeah, and he's 39 years old. So he's a little bit slower, and he's now he doesn't have to cut the weight, and I think that size has also made him slower too. But he still has like all the same skill sets, and I think tonight he used his veteran savvy to that 29-28. That's a bullshit. He won all 3 rounds in my opinion, because the kid Kadis Ibragimov, he had him up against the cage, so they were clinched up against the cage. But all the work and all the damage was done by Herman, dude. He was throwing big knees, big elbows while he's pressed up against the cage.
Yeah. And even though Herman was covered in blood, it wasn't his blood that he was covered in.
Exactly.
And
this kid kept blowing his
insane.
nose. We almost had a fucking cowboy moment over here.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it was experience over youth. This kid Ibragimov, you got to keep an eye out for this dude, because once he realizes, hey, I don't have to throw 100% in every strike.
Yeah, definitely.
I can go all 3 rounds as hard as I want if I only throw like maybe 60-70% for most of my strikes. That dude could be very dangerous. He's actually a little bit small for the weight class in my opinion. So he's got a lot of speed. He was definitely faster than Herman tonight. But it's just those, in those situations you definitely have to use your brain, not your muscle.
Definitely.
Use this muscle, not this one. Or that one. You know what I'm saying? So really super stoked for Herman to get the win here. 39. Dude, 39. 9 years, I want to grow up to be Ed Herman. Jesus. He's so great. I have some fucking sweet ass hair. His hair's beautiful. And it's red.
Well, I just got this bad boy right here.
Yeah. And, well, just you count your blessings that I'm not growing mine out.
Don't ever do it, because I want to have the biggest beard.
Okay, and then in your featured bout, you had, I think it's London, right? London's Danny Roberts defeat Zelim Imadiev. Now, Zelim?
Zelim.
Zelim! Again, another one of those fights where it did not go the way that I thought it was going to go. I thought Imadiev was going to just maul him. I thought it was going to be a real quick, one and done, bing, bang, boom, bing, and shout out to Yoel Yomeo. Yeah, Imadiev got blasted in the second round.
Second round with 6 seconds left.
My thumb's pretty small, so you probably can't see that, right? There were 6 seconds left in the round, and Roberts just said, "Oh yeah, bam!" And he said, "Ooh," on the canvas. And like when they're trying to get up and they're doing this whole number?
Yeah, when their arm looks all bent out of shape.
Like a zombie?
Yeah.
Like,
trying to zombie it?
Yeah. Face hits the canvas and they're trying to stop themselves like this. And get up and, yeah, it's over. It's over. So he face planted Imadiev. Again, not the way I thought it was going to go, but good for Danny Roberts. Good for Danny Roberts. Good for the welterweight division, as a matter of fact. It's always good for the welterweight division when somebody gets blasted like that.
Exactly.
Not good for Imadiev, though.
Yeah, not for him, but for...
This one is for the division!
That's right. I was trying to think of something, but I'm like, my brain didn't want to work because my brain does.
I'm telling you, it was a sick KO. It was a sick KO. It was like a perfect. Was it a left? I think it was a left, right?
It was left hook. Left hook.
It was a perfect left hand, right? And just like that. In your co-main event for UFC Moscow, you had short notice replacement Greg Hardy go the distance with the most experienced opponent he's had to date. Okay? Excuse me, I believe the broadcast said that all the wins of Greg Hardy's opponents total to 31. Yeah. 31 wins across all of his former opponents. Volkov? 30-7. He has 30 wins. That's almost as much as all of his opponents combined. That's crazy, man.
That's insane.
That's crazy. And you know what? I give respect to Greg Hardy because he got himself hurt, and he still fought all 3 rounds with a very experienced guy, a very, very talented guy. Look, Volkov, he's got hands. He's put guys away. He's held belts in Bellator. I think he held the belt for a Russian organization, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which one, so it is what it is. But, I mean, the guy's been a world champion in other organizations, and for Greg Hardy at, what, like 5-2? 5-1-1, whatever the hell his record is, to go the distance with that guy, it says a lot, especially with an injury. And who knows how that fight plays out if Hardy doesn't hurt. Now, look, I'm not a Hardy fan. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm not a fan of Greg Hardy. But at the same time, like, if I'm going to watch the guy, I'm going to take, like, you know, whatever personal shit he's got and just explain, like, what I'm seeing.
Oh,
because do I like the guy on a personal level? Probably not. Do people deserve second chances? I've been given many, so I'm inclined to give them second chances. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. You're going to feel however you want to feel. So, like I said, I just don't know how that fight plays out if Hardy doesn't get hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I give Hardy props, you know, myself because...
And you're a Hardy hater.
Well, and I guess it's only because, like, I kind of feel like how everybody else does. Like, you know, he hasn't really, you know... this probably sounds like really bad coming from me, but... Because I'm the white belt, so I should get a pass, right?
Sure.
Okay. So
speak freely. This is a safe place. The worst that can happen is, you know, everybody hates us after whatever you say. So I'm cool.
All the fucking fighters will show up on my doorstep. What the fuck you say about me?
Right?
But I mean, he kind of didn't really fight anybody. Like, and if they were somebody, they either like shut down or they abandoned their game plan they had for him.
Oh, so here I thought it was gonna get juicy. I was gonna fuck that guy for hitting women or some shit like that. But well, he's like, everybody you fought wasn't nothing.
Well, of course that too. But I mean, like, you know, everybody does some really horrible, dumb shit that should not ever be done ever in life. But like you said, people get second chances, or they deserve second chances, or third, or fourth. Or a lot. But anyways, like, he was taking shots from Volkov that, you know, they probably would have put anybody else out.
No, not necessarily. I think Volkov played it very safe. I think he was, just like everybody else, worried about the power of Greg Hardy. Because say what you want about the motherfucker, he's got power. He's got dangerous KO power, and you don't want to fucking wake up looking at the stars, looking at the lights going, what happened? Don't tell me I lost to Greg Hardy. Oh, I did? I'm gonna head out. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that guy, especially on short notice. You don't want that.
Yeah. Well, and just for the record, I also don't like Greg Hardy because he's a ex-cowboy. Not a cowboy fan.
Okay.
Moving on.
Right? I'm not a cowboy fan either, for the record. I'm not. I don't hate them.
I hate them.
Okay.
I hate them.
We have established that we are a non-cowboy affiliate. I fucks with cowboys and Indians, though, when I was a kid. Bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? You're right. We used to play McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, shit.
It got wild. White people are crazy. Zabit Magomed Sharipov.
Say that 10 times fast. Holy shit.
I tell you what, Sharif. Now listen here. Zabist, he got it done tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I should say today, midday, because it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the evening. Whatever you want to call it. So he got it done on this night. But I tell you what, my son, if these goes 5 rounds, he no win. He no win.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Cater or Qatar.
I really hope that like this reverb comes through, because it makes me, when I talk like this, it makes me sound like a god.
We're gonna definitely have to listen to that.
So But like I said, if this goes 5 rounds, the way a UFC main event should, I think, should the trend continue, let's just say there is no finish, but the trend continues going forward after that second round. The third round was all Kattar, and I think rounds 4 and 5 are the same. So
Definitely.
I think over 5 rounds, Kattar gets the decision. This was a short notice for Kattar, okay? And then it was elevated to the main event, so now he's got a main event in this guy's home country. And then, I'll tell you what, he says, I don't want to do 5. I don't do 5. I don't do 5. I do 3, 350 maybe? But I don't do 5. And they said, okay, you say no 5, okay. And they give him 3. So now he's got short notice, right? He's got enemy territory, he's got headlining, and then, oh yeah, this guy doesn't have a gas tank, so he gets 3 rounds. The deck was stacked against Kattar. It was absolutely stacked against him. I wish he would have been able to pull away with the W here, because that would have been like, in your face.
Oh, definitely.
But, unfortunately, he did not! He did not get it done.
I can hear that a little bit. Yeah, that sounds fucking cool.
Right? It sounds cool. It sounds cool. Only if you want to sound like a god.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm not on God status yet.
You're on white belt status.
Forever.
God has no belt.
Oh.
He just is.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Right? So, yeah. It was a great fight. Again, I think Zabit looked unhuman. He looked like he was untouchable in the first couple rounds. Okay, especially round 1. Especially round 1.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he got tagged a couple times in the first round and maybe a few more in the second, but he was looking pretty fucking good. Okay? If I will say, if you had no idea who he was, you would think that we were watching bum fights. I'll say that. This hobo takes the cake, okay? But all jokes aside, like in the first 2 rounds, he looked phenomenal. Zabit looked amazing, and I see why there's so much hype around this guy. But if it goes to rounds 4 and 5, I'm telling you, this needs to happen again. And people are saying maybe not immediately, but I say immediately. I do. That's what I'm saying right now. Me personally. But I'm a fucking, what do you call it? I'm a stingy bastard. I only think about what I want, not what anybody else wants. Because I can! Right?
Well,
you want to go over performance bonuses?
Yes, I do, because I think they deserve it. Fight of the night goes to ya boy Zabit Magomed Sharipov and Calvin Kattar. I don't know why I want to say Qatar. I don't know. Anyways, performance of the night goes to Magomed Ankalaev, and another performance of the night goes to David Zavada. Okay,
so they gave the punt to the face, right? So he got the performance. But they didn't give the Danny Roberts? Really? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Danny Roberts don't get no KO bonus?
Yeah, they snubbed. Well, I'm sure he probably got a little something on the side.
Yeah, okay, a little something, but dude.
But yeah, nothing like.
Okay, the punch to the face, that was cool. Okay? But I seen it. I didn't see, like literally, I didn't see it. You were like, oh my god, and I'm like, what happened? I looked away for a second. I didn't even see the punch. 6 seconds left in the second round, albeit, but I mean, come on, dude. What has Roberts got to do?
He's got to knock somebody out in the first round in under 5 seconds. That's what he's got to do.
Jesus, he's got to fucking Masvidal somebody?
Yeah, probably.
That's just, man. Okay, well, hopefully he got a little something in the locker room, but that sounds bad. Yeah, just hopefully he got paid. Nope, that still sounds bad. Moving on. What do we have coming up for the next episode? We got, let's see here.
I want to make sure that these dates are right. So
we got Bellator, Karitanov versus Vassell, and we got Yanez versus Estrada, LFA 78 on UFC Fight Pass. Go get it now. And now
I feel out of it, so I'll throw my little pew pew in there.
Okay, This is a bantamweight contender affair. Both guys are going to be at the end of the episode somewhere. And, yeah, both guys very respectful. A ton of respect thrown at each other's way from each other, if I'm even making sense anymore at this point. This tea was crazy. So, yeah, peep those interviews at the end. Go check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/HeadKickAudio.
Yes.
We got some little extras that we're working on, so we'll get those up from Yanez and Estrada, but you can check out the pre-fight interviews here at the end. And then, is that it? Is that all we got?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's it. I was thinking of something, but I lost my thought. But I guess until next time. HeadKick Audio.
Hey, we are here with Adrian the Mayan Yanez. Hey, man, we haven't talked in a while, man. How you been?
Man, I've been good. I just been waiting for a call back, man. Y'all left me all lonely. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Training's good, yeah?
Oh man, training's been awesome, man. Just been training, getting my butt kicked by a bunch of average Joes and everything, man. It's all fun.
All right, so LFA's coming back from a little hiatus after getting snubbed from their last broadcast partner. But they're coming back, and they're going to be on UFC Fight Pass. Tell me what that means to you.
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. I started freaking out whenever they got snubbed by Access TV. You know, I'll throw that one out there. You know, they got snubbed, and I just feel bad for that whole situation, you know.
Yeah.
For Pat Miletich, Ron Kruk, and Phoenix, you know, I really loved, like, working with them. But I would say with that UFC Fight Pass, with that deal, man, I'm really excited. You know, getting to perform on that type of stage. You know, getting that UFC label behind you, man. I am so ecstatic for it, man. I'm ready. It pumped me up as soon as I heard that on when they announced it for the UFC Masvidal Diaz. Man, I wanted to go run, but I was like, wait. You know, I got to watch these fights right quick.
Hey, did you enjoy the fights, by the way?
Oh, man, I absolutely loved it, man. I absolutely loved him, man. Brad Tavares, man, I love that. I love him as a fighter, man. He's good, technical, and everywhere, man. But that guy that he fought, man, was clean. He clipped him with that, and then all of a sudden finishes him with that left jab, left kick, straight back to back. Oh, man, that was a beautiful combo. Yeah. Then, and everybody kind of tries to belittle Darren Till's performance. Man, Darren Till had a really good performance. He played real technical. You know, he didn't play into any of those games. You know, just, man, I loved that fight. It was real technical. And then the main event, man, you can ask everybody around me, man. That had me jumping out my seat. Before the fight, man, I was so pumped for it that my hands were shaking, man. I'm telling you, I just love this sport, and I just love like the energy that it gives you, and especially when you're invested in who these people are, you know. So love it.
Hell yeah! Nobody's a bigger fight fan than Yanez, man. Nobody's a bigger fight fan. I can tell that. I just listened to our last interview, and you can tell you just love fighting, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely love it, man. It's great. You know, it's really great for me, man. It was funny because I was watching some fights at Hooters, and I was standing up at the table looking up at the TV screen, and little did I know they were recording me while I was watching the fights, and I'm over here just like no, move. Head movement, just started throwing hands in the air like, no, go. And I don't realize I'm doing this until they show me the video. And I was like, I'm looking, I'm just like, man, y'all didn't have to record me like that. I'm all still. I'm throwing smooth combinations and moving my head. And then next you know, I look, I'm like,
No lie. I do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I have to get up out of my chair and I'm like, come on, man, come on. You know, I'm doing the same thing, man. Same thing. So I get you. I feel you.
I'm just glad he doesn't try to fucking grapple or anything. He fucking either take me out or take out his ottoman or something.
Shoot, man, that's especially after those fights, man. Like last Saturday, man, pumped me up. It gets me ready, man. I was ready to run and everything, man. Strap on my running shoes and go.
All right. So speaking of your love for fights, you got a fight coming up. And LFA has put you in the main event. You're going to be fighting Kyle Estrada at LFA 78 in Belton, Texas. You're the Texas boy. Am I saying that correctly? Is it Belton? Okay, see, I have no fucking idea. I'm born and raised in Arizona. So
I know, we can tell.
yeah, you can tell. You can tell.
I tell you what.
But LFA has trusted you again with the main event. See, you were supposed to main event not too long ago against a guy that will not say his name because he missed weight. Okay,
Yeah.
but the guy you're fighting, he used to fight at flyweight, so I don't think making weight's going to be an issue for him. And he took out a really big guy in Bison in his last fight. That guy was big, and he missed weight. So you guys both are used to dealing with guys that miss weight. You guys are both in the main event, both the best, in my opinion, at bantamweight for the LFA. Talk to me about how it feels to get that big spot, especially on their comeback with UFC Fight Pass.
Man, I'm like I said, whenever I heard about UFC Fight Pass, the cherry on top is that was the main event. That to me was the best part. You know, LFA is entrusting me with being the main event. You know, they're putting me against another guy who's a striker. I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about us two looking for doubles, looking for chain wrestling, and trying to wrestle off the fence and all that. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna bang. We're gonna throw hands. You know, we're gonna throw kicks, elbows, knees, and I don't have to put on my wrestling singlet on. You know, I don't have to sit there. You know, you got two guys who's straight bangers, man. He's a West Outlaw. I'm a Texas gunslinger, man. We're ready to go for it.
Yeah. Okay, and there's got to be some title implications on this thing. I'm actually surprised it's not for a vacant title because it very well could be.
I'm definitely. I believe I should get the title shot whenever I finish him. Whenever I finish him, I'm calling straight for it, man. I want that title shot. You know, my last title fight, man, it was neck and neck. You know, I felt like I got the decision, but you know, I'm in his hometown, so you know, of course they're gonna give it to the hometown guy, man. But I want that title. I'm striving for it. I'm gonna get it one way or another, man. They're gonna literally have to rip me off the guy because I want this title, man. And Kyle Estrada is the first step for me to getting it. I wanted it to be, you know, that last fight that was supposed to be in Dallas in August, man. But you know, people can't make weight. But man, I'm here. I'm going against the guy who's gonna make weight, and I'm excited because I know he's not gonna take a step back. I'm not gonna take a step back, and I'm gonna show him I'm the heavy hitter.
Man, you got me fucking getting the goosebumps.
Why can't this fight just happen like tomorrow?
Yeah,
now you got me all kinds of pumped up. I'm ready
I'm
for it too.
to have it tomorrow too.
All right, my last question I got for you is talk to me about the opponent because Kyle Estrada brings crisp striking, really, really, really hard leg kicks. We've come to learn that when it comes to Kyle Estrada, you have to look out for his low kicks. Talk to me about the opponent, and without going too much into your game plan.
Oh man, to be quite honest with you, I got strikers in my gym. I got strikers in my gym. You know, we have some wrestlers and everything, you know, but I got one of the best strikers in Texas, and that's Leo Mata Martinez, sparring with me on a day-to-day basis. You know, I train with him. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he just won a title in another local regional scene. Man, that guy's been doing karate since he was 5. You know, he's been doing MMA since 5 years old. Man, real good, real legit. You know, I believe he's way faster than Estrada. Got better dynamic technique and better kicks, and his memory, like his muscle memory, in a lot of the striking exchanges. I feel that he's way better than Estrada. So I've been having a training partner that can mimic Estrada and everything. The thing is that Estrada kind of brings a little bit to the table. You know, he does have those low kicks, you know, but man, it's like I've been fighting wrestlers my whole entire career. It's like I told this to my training partners earlier. It's like I've been fighting with a knife my whole entire career. Now I'm just fighting a stand-up fighter. Now I get to pull out everything in my Swiss Army knife. I get to pull out the little screwdrivers and everything. I get to pull out all the tools. I don't have to just sit there and just box somebody, you know, like not throw leg kicks because, you know, I'm afraid of them shooting in right off the rip as soon as I throw a kick. So for me, I'm really excited. I really like that he's coming in. You know, if he throws that leg kick, you know, I can return one back. We turn it into blood sport right quick. But yeah. Now I've been planning for it. I've been seeing that he's a kickboxer, Muay Thai guy, but I feel like I'm the better striker. I believe I'm the heavier hitter too. So I don't see him going all three.
If there's one thing I've learned from this interview with the Mayan, it's he's going to bring a knife. I have to bring a gun because he starts bringing out screwdrivers and, you know, tweezers, and I'm fuck no, just don't get away. That's what I'm doing. So
I'll say this too. My dad was a Marine, so you know I'm not too bad with the gun either, man.
Oh, fuck! You're just straight fuck, dude. Never mind. Hey, we'll settle with the beer, okay? You can have a beer. All right, John. What do you got for the Mayan, Adrian Yanez?
All right. Well, I don't really have too much, but on the drive up here, because I live in Sierra Vista, and I made the drive up to Tucson just so we could do this, just for you, my friend. So I was getting really pumped by the music I was listening to. That was just pumping me the fuck up. What kind of music gets you pumped up to get you ready for your fights?
Man, I got a whole mixture. I'm mostly just listening to rap music, man. It varies too, man. I'll be listening to Tech Nine, to Joe Budden, to Eminem, to The Game, back to Big Pun. I have such a crazy playlist that goes up and down with rap, man. I'll listen to, like, let's just say if I'm going a little bit crazy, like a little bit crazy for me, I'll go again with Rage Against the Machines a little bit of System of the Down, but man, I don't deep delve too much into it because if I start going to where my my other buddies listen to that heavy metal stuff, you know, where they have to pull that deep vocal cords out, man. I like it, but you know, it's not my cup of tea, dude. I'll listen to rap any day though.
Gotcha. I hear you on that. Yeah, and like I'm the complete opposite. I like the whole heavy metal thing. I listen to all the heavy metal. I listen to the old school rap, you know, like Biggie, Pac, you know. I listen to Tech Nine every now and then. But yeah, that usually gets the juices flowing too.
Oh yeah, certain songs like Riot Maker and all that gets me ready to go.
I'm over here like, yeah, okay. I'm Wonder Bread white. So we actually played in a band together. He was the drummer and I was the vocalist. So I was the one that would do all the yes, that was me.
Well, you know, to each his own.
Yeah. Stay away from me. Stay back. See, now I don't need a gun.
just growl at him.
All right. Anything else for Mayan?
I guess another question that I had was, you know, with this fight being on Fight Pass, you know, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. Now you're going to win. What's going to be next? Would you rather have the title fight, or if, you know, UFC comes knocking on that door,
which one would you rather prefer?
Oh, that's a hard question. Well, either way, whichever way it goes, my end goal is to have a title. That is my end goal at the end of my career. I want to have titles behind my name. You know, my last title fight was like I felt like I won the fight, but at the end of the day, I did not walk away with the title.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever I end up at, I'm gonna have a title. It does not matter to me where it is. I will have a title. I would love for it to be LFA, but if the call comes for the UFC, I'm gonna bust my ass until I get to that title shot. A lot of people will just sit there and say you got to work your way up, man. If I can get there in 3 fights, I'm gonna get there in 3 fights. If I had to take 10 fights, I'm gonna take 10 fights. I'm gonna be a steady workhorse, man. Because a lot of people in my position would already gave up. A lot of people were like, getting those close decisions, and losing some of those close decisions. With the injuries that I've had, people would have already quit. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep going until I get a belt. Man, I'm gonna shoot. If I get the LFA belt, and then I get a call to the UFC, I'm taking that belt too. Or if I get a call to Bellator, I'm taking that belt too. Or if I get a call to ONE FC, I'm taking that belt too. I don't care wherever I end up, I'm going and striving for the belt. There's nothing there's nothing that's gonna stop me. The only thing that's gonna stop me is if they kill me, and I'm ready to go out there, man. I fought with a broken jaw, man. I could have lost my life that night, but I came and I kept fighting. A lot of people, when they get a broken jaw, they quit. They fold. Me, I'm not that fighter. I'm gonna go out there and fight to the very end. And I'm telling you right now, I'm ready for next week. I am ready to fight. I'm ready to get the stoppage, and I'm ready to call my shot. What I want next, and I want a title shot. And if the UFC wants to call me after this fight, man, I'll sign that paper too. Because after that, I'm going for that belt as well. And I'm just ready. I'm pumped. I just pumped myself up. I'm gonna go for a run right now.
You know what? You can go for a run. My fat ass will get up and go for a run. We're all just gonna go for a run. How about that?
I'll grab the wheelchair.
Yeah, that might be needed.
Yeah. All right, man. Dude, you got us fucking super pumped for the fight, man. I'm super fucking stoked. Before we let you go, you know the drill. Okay. Is there anybody that you want to thank? Go ahead, man. The floor is yours, my friend.
Man, I got to thank my whole entire family and my fans, my friends. They've been helping me get to the point where I am today. My gym, Metro Fight Club. My coach, Saul Solis, man. He's a wonderful person, man. He's helped me through thick and thin. He's helped me throughout a lot. So that with the people that I had behind me, man, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here at all. So first and foremost, thanks to them, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in the spot where I'm at today. And honestly, and thank you for LFA. They chose me to be in this spot, and I'm truly blessed to have this spot on LFA 78 as the main event, to be the UFC fight, to be on the top billing on a UFC Fight Pass event. And I'm just blessed, man. That is the best thing to me, man. And also thank y'all for the interview, man. It is amazing. Gave me a
yeah. All right. Anybody else, my friend?
Oh man, shoot. Thank you to Netflix, for keeping me safe.
All right. Yeah. Well, he's got a couple places you can follow him at. On Twitter, it's at Yanez MMA, and on Instagram, it's at Adrian Yanez 93. I remember I found that one with the quickness last time. And on Facebook, at Adrian Yanez. He's fighting at LFA 70 light in the 70 light. LFA 78 in the headlining bout versus Kyle Estrada. These are bantamweight contenders. They are fighting for, this has to be a #1 deal. Mm-hmm. The winner of this fight should be fighting for the belt. If not, LFA, you got some explaining to do. Okay? This is at the, let me see, where's it at? The Bell County Expo in Belton, Texas. Adrian, I want to thank you for your time, sir. the Mayan, getting it done again. He's going to get it done next week, November 15th. UFC Fight Pass. I don't have to say Access TV anymore. That's so fucking awesome. On Fight Pass. That's cool. I have that shit, so I'll be peeping you.
All right, cool. If you don't, man, $5 a month, man. It's a venti drink at Starbucks, man. Just one a month.
Yeah. So maybe either give up a Starbucks or, buy me a Starbucks. I'm cool with that shit.
Give up my body armor for that. How about that?
Dang.
And I love my body armor.
Dang. Hey, well, again, thanks for the time. Have yourself a good night, and we'll see you next Friday, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, we are here with Kyle, the Hoosier Estrada, back at it again. Rounds, we're in the championship rounds, 4 and 5 here. Yeah. Kyle, you got a fight coming up, a headlining bout, LFA 78. You got Adrian Yanez on the opposite side. Tell me a little bit about your opponent.
Just see, he's an accurate, fun, scrappy fighter. But like I always will say every single time, and it's my honest opinion, is as long as I show up and do what I got to do, I have a perfect weight cut. I'm going to show up, have fun. I'm going to always win. So as long as I just have fun with it, it looks like it's going to be a fun fight based off of how his fights go. So I'm down for it. So this is the best I've ever felt in my life. This is the most damn, why can't I talk right now? The most amount of time I've ever had to get ready for a fight was 4 weeks. The past 2 fights, I've had 2 weeks to get ready, and I wasn't in the best of shape. And it was literally like I was in practice, but I wasn't in practice. I was at practice. I was doing more work than I was training. I was training more clients, making more money, finding ways of making more money, as opposed to getting to practice all the time. So I'm in the gym always, but those past 2 fights were probably like I wasn't in the gym as much as I should have been, and I did amazing for only have 2 weeks notice on those. So to have 8 weeks to get ready for this guy has been great.
Yeah, and he's talking about his wins over the Bison, Cody Freeman, and Ricky Ferrar, who he stopped via leg kick. So that'll tie into that little latest addition you saw earlier. Adrian Yanez, he brings, like you said, some crisp striking, a lot of pressure, and a no-quit experience. There was no quit in this kid. Yeah. So I'm sure that you're fully prepared for a fight to go 3 rounds. If it does, how do you see it playing out?
I mean, I don't see myself losing at any point of this fight. Almost all of my fights have went 3 rounds. So, and at flyweight, which is where I've cut most of the weight, and I felt like straight shit while I was fighting, and I still could mostly get a unanimous decision win on all of them. And I'm fighting fast, very fast fighters at flyweight. So, I mean, with this new weight cut and the way I can train now, I don't see myself losing a round. So.
Okay, well, we got Sunday coming up. What are we doing on Sunday?
Just hanging out. I got to teach a conditioning class and hang out, swim, go to the beach, relax.
You want to remind him, Jonathan?
Are you going to partake in some sushi?
Oh, yeah, of course. Acai right down the street from me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna kick it over to Jay. What you got for the Hoosier?
Oh, well, the last question you asked, that was kind of mine, but that's okay. So, wow, that just kind of threw me off my game right now, man. Okay. What have you been kind of working on without going in too much of detail? What have you kind of sort of added to this camp that you couldn't in your previous fights?
Just getting to all my practices, that's all. absolutely nothing's different, just besides training more and training harder. I've already matured even just a little bit more since the last fight, and maturity is going to get me through the rest of the career. I feel like I have a turning point since I matured, and I don't see myself losing. So
Nice. Now, sorry, man. It's dry over here in Arizona. It messes my throat up, man. You know, today I was just having a really shitty day, and I was listening to some music to get me through the day. Do you have any particular music that you listen to that gets you through your routines as you're training?
yeah, I mean, music is a huge part of my life because ever since I started wrestling, all I would do is walk around high school with in between classes with music in my ear. My Apple headphones is like literally formed into my cauliflower ear. So if I put an Apple headphone in, it fits perfectly. So music for me is everything. So I mean, my playlists are all over the place, but I do have playlists that will put me in a good mood, calm. I got workout playlists. I got playlists when I drive. It's everything. It's all over the place.
What's your what's your go-to bands or artists?
And everything. I'm gonna give you very random ones. Death Cab for Cutie. We got right now. I'm obsessed with ASAP Ferg, Schoolboy Q. Man, honestly, I have to pull up my playlist, and every time I put a playlist on in the gym, people are like, "How the hell does this song come next?" After the last song, it goes from EDM to fucking country to rock, hip hop, back to like dubstep. It's all over the place. If it sounds good and it has a good beat and it puts me in a good mood, I like it.
Yeah, definitely. That's what kind of got me through my day. I'm a big heavy metal guy, so if it hits fast, hard, heavy, dude, that's my thing.
Yeah.
All right, sorry I dropped out of there, guys. I had
all good.
The work calling me. They know I'm in an interview, so they're gonna get it on Monday. All right, so I heard you talking about music. As the Hoosier, I also vary. My playlist varies. I listen to everything from Lady Gaga to Carnifex. So
yeah,
I got you covered any which way you want to turn. So I think me and Kyle musically get along very well.
Perfect. I like this. I like this.
All right, you got anything else for Kyle?
No, I think that's all I kind of got for right now. Well, do you have a fight prediction?
No, I have no pressures on myself, so I just need to have fun and do what I do, and I'm gonna be fine.
So that's what's up.
Yeah, and all the highlights that they have of, like, if you ever watch people's highlights, and they make them look great. They don't mean fucking anything. It doesn't matter what team you're at. Doesn't matter who you train with. You're in there by yourself, and we'll see how it happens. See how it plays out. A fight's a fight. See how it goes.
Gotcha. Yeah, it almost kind of seems like they catch you at, I guess, like your best, but they never show like the worst or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, highlights are made to like show multiple camera angles of one knockdown. You get what I'm trying to hit.
Yeah.
So I don't look at highlights and be like, "Oh, Jesus, look who I'm fighting." No, it's gonna be all right.
Gotcha.
I like that.
I'm so pumped for this fight now.
It's all good.
If it bleeds, you can knock it out, right?
Yeah, there's nothing they're gonna put in front of me that's gonna scare me. So I have respect for every single person I fight. I respect them. Everyone's chasing their dreams. I absolutely love it. So I'm just gonna go have fun, chase my dreams.
Awesome. Well, that's all I got for you, man. Thank you again for your time. What else you got?
All right, so LFA is now going to be on Fight Pass, and a lot of the fighters that are on this first ever LFA Fight Pass card, I've been asking them what this means to them to be on that type of platform. With LFA getting snubbed by Access TV and the UFC stepping up and giving us a platform to watch a lot of the best fighters, because the UFC pulls from the LFA quite often. Yeah. What is it to you to be on a platform like UFC Fight Pass?
It's awesome, man. I fought on Fight Pass twice now, and it's been really nice because I got a bunch of people all over the United States that want to watch my fights, and I don't even have access TV, so it was really hard for a lot of people to watch it. And then, I mean, a lot of older people, like like not my grandparents, they don't have any, but like my aunts and uncles, they don't even know how to record, so it wouldn't even work out because they wouldn't be home in time anyways to watch the fights. So this is a lot easier for people to watch the fights. I think it's better for us fighters because we get more exposure, especially now that it's on Fight Pass. Maybe people that have Fight Pass who don't know what LFA is, they're gonna see like what events are playing that day, and they're like, oh, okay, let me check it out. And whether they like it or not, they're still gonna finish the rest of the card, and we're the first card that's gonna be on there, so they're gonna see our fights.
All right, and LFA. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Keep going.
Okay, so we're doing that thing again that I do with everybody, where I'm like,
It's all right.
All right, so with being on LFA's first ever UFC Fight Pass card, LFA has entrusted you and Yanez in the headlining bout, which, in my opinion, now this is just one man's opinion, but it should be fucking everybody's. You two are the best in the bantamweight division that LFA has got to offer, and they've entrusted you in the main event. How does that?
I mean, it's awesome that they're giving me this chance to do this. I think that Yanez is a 10,000 times better and fun, more exciting fight than that guy he lost a split decision to, the John's character. No disrespect to him. I think that he's not fun to watch. I mean, he looks great. He's got a great physique. He's a good-looking dude. But as far as fighting goes, it's not exciting at all. Like, people want to see the way Adrian Yanez fights. That's what people pay for. And to be matched up with someone like that is pretty cool. They trust me. They trust in me that I'm going to give a good fight. And they know Adrian Yanez is going to give a good fight. So it's going to be a really good night. It's going to be a really good night.
It is going to be a very good night. Both of you guys have been nothing but respectful of each other. And you guys both, like I said, the top of the top for the bantamweight division.
They actually, whenever they were I thought they were gonna cancel the event, so I was pleading to Ed and to my management to somehow get me and Adrian Yanez on like a prelim in the UFC. I was like, just fucking sign both of us and just put us on a prelim of a UFC card. Like, it would have been fine. We both deserve to be there. He deserves to be there. I deserve to be there.
I definitely agree.
Like, that would have been a perfect. I said it immediately because I go to Black House and Ed's at Black House. That's where his office is. And we were sparring one day, and I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, I haven't got any information on what's happening." And then he dropped everything to me and let me know what's going on. I said, "Well, you could just put us on a prelim in the UFC, and there we go." Like, we deserve to be there anyways.
See, what I don't understand is I would actually pay to see this fight because I know the type of highlight it's going to produce. The whole fight is going to be a highlight.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I
got some new things to show people too. So.
All right. Yeah. I can't wait, man. If that calf kick ain't going to get the job done, he's got a couple aces up the sleeve here for Yanez come November 15th. This fight is at the Bell County Expo in Belton, Texas, which you're no stranger to Texas. You've actually fought there multiple occasions. You've got some friends and family there, if I remember from our last call. So it's not exactly enemy territory, as I dubbed it last time.
Nah, this time we have more people coming. So I had a big crowd last time. I got a bigger crowd this time.
All right. Well, look, you got sushi on Sunday. Then you got the fight a week from tonight. You don't have to cut 25. So I know the weight cut's going to go awesome.
Yeah, my weight's perfect right now. The other day I was 143 after training.
Damn.
Yeah. So I put the weight back on, obviously, because that was too much. But it is what it is. My weight is beautiful right now.
All right. Well, I'm very much looking to this fight. Kyle, the Hoosier Estrada versus Adrian, the Mayan Yanez. Go ahead and drop your social media tag. My dumbass didn't write them down. I apologize.
Instagram is HKA Estrada. So CK and then my last name.
There we go. All right. And before we let you go, I know we already did this last time, but maybe you got some more you'd like to add to the list. Go ahead and pick anybody you'd like. Take as long as you want, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I got Health and Human Performance. It's my chiropractor always, because I couldn't even imagine what my bill would be if she didn't sponsor me. They take care of me like crazy. They're in, for anybody listening that's local, they're in Tarzana. You need to check her out. Sadie Sanders is her name, Dr. Sadie Sanders. Then we got Saxon's Muay Thai, Julio Tirana Jr., my head coach. We got Black House MMA, my wrestling coach, Kenny Johnson. All my teammates here, especially Georgie Garcia, which I'm going to put a PSA. He didn't lose his last fight. Go check it out. M1 Global, Georgie Garcia versus, I don't know how the hell to say that, his last name. But he didn't lose that fight. He got robbed. Straight robbery. Everybody go watch it. It's crap. Georgie Garcia did not lose his last fight. Anyways, we got Remy Thorne, my boy Mike. He's about to pull up right now, which I was trying to time it perfect because he's about to show up right here. Man, Gracie Baugh, Northridge, all my teammates there they're all jiu-jitsu competitors, and they switch it up, and we use the wall, and they bake MMA situations for me, which is, it's crazy because they're all getting ready for like worlds and things like that, and they're over here doing wall work with me, and none of them have ever fought MMA in their life, but they're crazy good jiu-jitsu competitors. My mom, Melinda Allen, Jesse Gutierrez, my girlfriend, she helps with everything, helps me keep my head on straight and keeps my brain sane. Man, I'm probably missing Taylor Ramsdale, my strength and conditioning coach, pushes me beyond my limits. CrossFit Encino, my other strength and conditioning. We got Alan Joban, who gives me every time I have like any doubts or anything, I'll just give him a call. He helps me out with everything. He comes in on days. He actually was supposed to come with me to the fights. He has an injury. I'm not going to say it. He'll eventually come out and say it, but he got an injury, so he can't even go anywhere now. I think he just got into surgery today. Man, there's a lot more, but I thank everybody who ever supports me, whoever thinks about helping me, hold pads for me, who buys me a water when I'm cutting weight, like anything. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I want to thank you for your time and the tour.
Yeah,
that was
no
cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out perfect because I pulled up right when you guys were calling. So,
What, is he there?
no,
your buddy?
Oh yeah, he is. But I was saying, it was perfect that you guys called as I was pulling up to the gym. So I
Right?
Oh yeah.
Excellent timing. Excellent timing. So you probably planned that whole thing. You're like, these guys don't even know.
Well, I figured like if you guys are, I like pulled up and I was like, oh shit, they're about to call, so I might as well just show them what the gym looks like.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. But again, thank you for your time. You're going to be fighting November 15th on UFC Fight Pass at the Bell County Expo in Belton, Texas. The opponent is Adrian the Mayan Yanez. You guys are going to put on a show. I couldn't be more ecstatic, and I'm so happy LFA put you guys in the fucking main event, man. Absolutely ecstatic. I wouldn't want anybody else.
Should be for the belt, but it's all right.
It really should be.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a call out when you get to that mic. When you win, have a call out.
My call out will be UFC contract. No more regional promotions. I'm done with it.
Hey, there you go. You go. I like it, man.
All right.
Well, thanks for the time. Have yourself a good night. And we'll talk after you.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Take it easy, Kyle.
You too. Bye.
Later.